So the more you're learning about coaching, the more you're finding out that everyone is telling you just to play games, right? Now, let's look at it in a bit more specific way. We will be talking about playing only football games, so only matches. So let's discuss this question a bit further. Is it a good idea, or is it a bad idea, or what sort of idea it is? So when we're building a training session, we already know that we want to build it on the game related stuff. So playing games is quite logical, right? So at first it can be really fun, everyone is doing what they like, this is why we came, this is why we come and play football, this is why we come to training, to play a game. Perfect. Now let me put in here some of those arguments. What if you play 7v7 or 9v9 or 11v11? How do you get better if you do not touch the ball in half an hour? How do you get better if you are a goalkeeper or if you are a defender who never touches the ball? Because the ball simply doesn't come to you. Plus, if you play a game, it means quite often players have some sort of set positions, and it can happen that you might forget to change it. You might forget to change and rotate the players. So the argument of learning, of players learning on different positions is gone as well. Now, when we'll be looking on some sort of answers, like if just to play football games, I will try to answer at the end. But the ideal thing should be the small-sided games. It is a really big theme, really big topic. Everyone knows what it is. So try to dig in your mind to kind of realize right now what you know about small-sided games. And we will be talking about how to make them engaging, fun, but all of those things are really common. Now let's talk really specific, what to do and how to influence the training and how to influence the game in order to achieve all of that. To have it engaging, to have it fun. But we need to do something for it. So when we're looking at the game, when we're creating a training, basically the real things what we are working with is space and time. If you think about it, you have some space and you have only so long when you have the ball till the defenders come to you. Or other way around, if you're a striker, you probably don't have any space and probably not even any time. So we always need to work with the factors. How can we modify the training games? How can we improve the training? How can we increase the learning of the players? Because as I mentioned earlier, if you're playing 11v11, the player might get into the same situation which you want him to learn only once or twice per game. So how do we do the training session that this player will have this specific action multiple and many times? So we need to be working with the problems, with the obstacles of the game. We need to be working with the space, with the time, and with the right decision making as well. We can be working with each one of them individually, or we can be working with all three of them together. It comes onto a question, how developed are your players? How old are they? If they will be able to understand what you want from them. So I would recommend to start from each one of them individually and then try to always combine them together where it's possible. Let's get into some examples. If I play 11v11 and I want to work on my midfield players, I want to work on, let's say, my wingers. Why not? I want to work on the wingers. What aspects we want from our wingers, especially in a grassroots level? What is it? You have some sort of idea what you want your winger to do, for sure. You want him to be able to get the ball, deliver it to someone else, be quick, be good on the ball, and be able to run with the ball fast, have a good vision, and know where to go in a space, how to offer himself to receive a ball, and how to help defending as well. So when we play 11v11, quite often the player will be without a ball. So how can we achieve it? Can we maybe manipulate the space to keep him the same width of the game, so we are working on his positioning? Can we maybe keep him the same length but the narrowness of it? What, do we want to make it easier for him that we limit the defenders, how many of them can tackle him or can attack him? Do we want to manipulate the time? Does it mean that this player has to give off the ball off his foot in certain amount of time, or he needs to do something else with it? Does he have multiple choices what he can do with the ball? Is it only one thing what you want from him? Is it only to take the ball and run along the line and kick it in front of a goal? Probably not. So when we're working on that, you need to have your own idea what you want to achieve, how you want your team to play, and by manipulating those three main things, you can do that. Space is quite obvious. You can make the field smaller, bigger, narrower, whatever. So it's up to you. You can play even in a triangle. Why not? You can play on 3 goals. Why not? You can have multiple goals. The more goals you put in, the more decision making the players have to do. And in modern football, this is what we're looking at. We want to have fast and creative players. But creativity doesn't come from the door. We need to learn it, we need to teach it to the players. And we can only teach it if the environment they are working and training at will be supporting creativity. Time, imagine it as a pressure of defenders. So how many defenders are going to attack him? How much of restrictions he's going to have the time? But again, everything is space and time pressure. It means how many defenders are against him, how many teammates he has with him, how many options he has open, or she, to get the ball around, to not lose it, to go closer to the goal, to score the goal, and everything around it. Now, there is no universal answer what the player should be doing in each age. Every academy, every trainer will have slightly different view. But what we can agree on, and everyone will agree on, is that the only thing which leads to success or improvement, let's put it, and experience, is touches on the ball per time. So if you build your session, try to look at Johnny here, Billy in here, and how many times they touch the ball. If Billy touched it twice, probably he hasn't learned as much as Johnny, who touched it 15 times. So be sure that you always are able to design the session in a way that everyone can be learning out of it. And the only way how to do it is touches on the ball per time. So, final answer. Is it good to play just the football games? Can we achieve all of the things that we mentioned? If yes, awesome, do it. Play just the games. If not, try to slow it down, try to focus what is your objective, and then build it into game. But again, the answer should be, yes, it is awesome just to play games, especially football games, but they need to be done right.